Hey Skillies and hello Scallops. Welcome back to another video. I am your host, Pigeon, and today, as you can see, we're doing Milo's lore. I have been teasing this for like the past couple days, 'cause all I've been posting is Milo. Um, He's my favorite OC, okay? You gotta understand. I am not normal about anything I create. Okay, so Milo and his really silly lore. This is all things are taken from Character Hub, the Character Hub page I made about him. I will put the link in the description, and or from my brain because I draw a lot. The graphics, like these kinds of graphics over here, these are I'm using Canva, so these are taken from Canva. If you hear a lot of crackling and popping, I don't know what's going on with my microphone that's making it like a snap, crackle, and pop, but you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with it. And by deal with it, I mean I'm probably gonna get really angry in a couple seconds, but I can't really touch or clean my microphone because it will hurt your guys' ears. Okay, overview. These are like the basic chapters. Um, what is Milo? His backstory. Milo's species. How to tell the difference. Milo is not a cannibal. Here's why. Why Milo is my favorite OC currently. That can always change. And conclusion. Okay, let's move on. What is Milo and why is he dangerous? As you can see here, this is Milo in his human form. Yes, you heard that correctly. Human form. You see, Milo isn't exactly human. He's part of a species that are basically shapeshifters. They take the form of other things, but more on that later. What exactly is Milo? Like if we break down his personality into little itty bitty parts, what is he? I'm not going to really answer that question that well, but that's because I got sidetracked. Milo is one of the only OCs I have that have a canon place of origin. Amaya is Spanish. Um, like me, Amaya is um Amaya is like hold on, I gotta think of the word real quick. I usually just like turn on the camera and I you see yeah, my Amaya is Spanish. Yeah. More like they can speak Spanish, they aren't Spanish. Um yeah, do take with that what you will. But Milo is German. Yippee! Milo is German because his species roams the German countryside. You'll see why they can be able to do that later. The rewind symbol, as in the symbol right here, is a symbol of the many forms he can take and reuse. Um, because I don't know, I think it looks cool and symbolism. I don't even know how he got this shirt. I think he just when he takes form, I feel like his clothing is technically part of his skin. So, yeah. Ignore that he doesn't have his party hat. I forgot to draw it. It just doesn't look good. Um, he has claws. They are retractable like a cat, and they are sharp. However, his species is not a cat. You'll see why later. Milo's backstory and why he sucks. Milo wasn't so much born as he was formed. Once more, this goes well, we'll come back to that later. He is the runt, but this does not mean that he was ostracized. He was not ostracized. Do not feel bad for him. He just kind of sucks at the whole taking an exact copy of other things. Or other things' forms, you know. Milo's forms always have some kind of flaw, usually the red eyes and or extremely sharp teeth. However, he could still manage to trick people. In fact, that's where he got his bow tie and party hat from. He tricked two whiteboard cats. Basically, this form he takes here is a species called a whiteboard cat. Um, yeah. He tricked two whiteboard cats by injuring himself. Um, they didn't know that he injured himself. He basically took a rock and bashed his leg in to make it seem like he was really injured, so that the two things, like when he stumbled into town, the two things that found the one thing, technically, the one whiteboard cat that found him, took pity on him and brought him into the house where the other whiteboard cat was at. Um, and then while the first whiteboard cat, the one with the bow tie, went to go get some stuff to like heal up Milo. Milo ate the first one, the one with the party, or Milo ate the second one, the one with the party hat. And then he subsequently ate the first one, which is where he got his hat and bow tie from. Because whiteboard cats are naive and caring by nature. They're only like foes, or they're only like the only things that hunt them are like Milo's species, but they kind of forget. So they're always like thinking on second chances. Also, those two whiteboard cats are like, I guess, maybe new ones, and the old elders don't really, drill into their heads that they shouldn't, take in a random animal or a random thing that could possibly be a part of Milo's species. But anyways, you know, that's what happened. This is Milo's species. As you could see, it looks like that. This is a, how do you pronounce that? I I don't know. Or more locally known as the creature. They are very tiny, almost invisible to the naked eye, but can grow to whichever height their prey is, usually by shape-shifting into said species of said prey. They are very useless in their main form, but that's because it's mostly used for them to get around without being seen, because they're so tiny. They are from the German countryside, which is how they are like, they can just, they're unable to be seen. That's like it. They reproduce via mitosis. They cannot feel romance, nor do they have couples, which means there is no need for not reproducing via mitosis. They are kind of like fungi in that way. Sometimes some mistakes can be created during the mitosis process, and one might come out as a runt. I'm looking at you, Milo. They look very similar to soot sprites. This was an accident, just like Milo was. The creatures don't have difficulty with their forms. It's just Milo that does, which means Milo has to rely on manipulation. He's very manipulative. The creatures do not have families, do not feel bad for them, they do not care. Since they reproduce via mitosis, they do not have a gender. But Milo takes a more masculine look for his forms, which is why I refer to Milo as male, because his forms usually are of a more like male looking kind of form. So yeah, that's why I refer to him as a guy. How to tell the difference. Exhibit A. Sweet looking, no sharp teeth or weirdly colored eyes. Very friendly. Take care of this form. Cherish it. Give it plums. Exhibit B. The complete exact opposite. Kill on sight. Milo is not a cannibal. Many could look at Milo and say, "Wow, so he's a cannibal?" No, Milo is not a cannibal. And here's why. Cannibalism is when you eat something of the same species you are. Milo's species do not eat each other, and Milo would never eat anyone from his own species. Not because it's wrong, but because the creatures do not taste good. His species do not taste good at all. They taste like concentrated pepper. Instead, what Milo is doing is just simply hunting, basic hunting. One could argue that when he changes forms and eats the species that he is hunting, that could be considered cannibalism since he is taking the form of his prey. However, his DNA does not overwrite just because his appearance has changed. It's just like he's still technically his species. He is still his species. His form has just changed a little bit. His DNA is still the same, which makes it not cannibalism. It could look like cannibalism to other prey, though, which is why he isolates his prey first, because it's kind of hard to hunt when the things you are hunting know that you're hunting them. And Milo is not very fast. Speaking of hunting tactics, he is forced to use manipulation since his forms cannot be as convincing as his predecessors were. Although Milo cannot feel romantic attraction, he can manipulate others who may think his form is cute. But do not be fooled. He does not love. He cannot love. You cannot fix him. Milo is my favorite OC currently. Why is that? I honestly don't know. I don't have many reasons. Maybe it's because he's more fleshed out. No, that can't be true. Because I have other OCs that are just as, if not more, fleshed out. But I think it's because his concept is just so intriguing to me. I mean, I created this goober last year in my comp math class on a whiteboard because I was trying to draw a cat but failed miserably. His design is constantly changing, mostly because I keep forgetting the shade of brown for his human form. Damn my horrible memory. But yeah, Milo's cool, and I love making fun of him because he's the worst. But he's my creation, so I'm definitely making a presentation of Amaya. You cannot stop me. Conclusion. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys like Milo as much as I do. Gotta be one of my favorite OCs. I draw him pretty often, and I'll probably post more art of him. Him and Amaya are my favorite OCs I made. Yeah. I swear I'm normal about my OCs. I swear I'm normal about my OCs. I swear I'm normal about my OCs. I swear.